never too much, never too much, never too.
Thank y'all for tuning into the Never Too Much podcast. I'm your host, Murph Big Brother Almighty, and today we're going to discuss a couple different topics. One, YouTube monetization and their new rules. 2, is the mixtape dead? 3, the Clipse's comeback. Did you enjoy it or not? 4, the WNBA pay gap argument. And 5, escaping America, the Russia and Ukraine relocation delusion. Let's get it.
Tune in, we here to stay, yeah. Blacklight TV in your play, yeah. Shining truth on every way, yeah. Gonna break the dark today, yeah. We saying, homie, see the light in your life, baby. We saying, homie, see the light in your life, baby. Yeah, yeah. Showing truth you can't deny. In this world where shadows lie, Blacklight TV.
Thank y'all for tuning into the Never Too Much podcast. This is your host, Murph Big Brother Almighty, and boy, I've been gone for a while, about 2 weeks. The last episode was with Blind Fury and PD Boy. Salute to them. It's just been crazy because lately I've been trying to tone down a little bit because of the YouTube situation. Now, if y'all don't know about the YouTube situation with me, I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of what's been going on. So about, it was so long ago, about 4 or 5 months ago, YouTube demonetized my channel. Now, they demonetized my channel because apparently they felt that I wasn't original in my creations. So lo and behold, now YouTube is cracking down to where they're getting rid of all the AI slop, right? The synthetic, low effort, synthetic sounding, auto voice flooding your homepage with generic facts, barely legal titles, text to speech narration, and all that in the third, right? People was making quick money off of that nonsense. Now it's about to stop, but it's not stopping AI completely, y'all. Stop spreading that information. That's not true. They're getting rid of the repetitive, non-informative, non-creative slop. If you still feel like AI commentary is slop, too bad for you. It's not going nowhere, okay? See, look, I'm not mad at that. Let's just be honest. Even quality creators are getting caught in the crossfire because me, myself, I got hit, right? And other people way, way bigger than myself. I only get 5-10 views of video, you know what I'm saying? But this is happening. No warning, no strikes. I just got hit, boom, gone. And the biggest joke is that YouTube, when you try to reach out to them, they don't tell you nothing. They don't tell you what video they felt like wasn't creative. They ask you for this little 5-minute video that's supposed to break down your entire channel and how you create your process, right? Which I was at work when I got mine, so I just dropped it in there real quick. And next thing you know, they told me no. Now, this is the kicker. I waited 90 days. I reapplied again. Erased everything I thought that was fake, or not fake, but not creative, not through me. Anything I had a green screen on, anything that I wasn't talking on, I got rid of it. They still said no. So I think August 6th is the next chance I get to go and do that, but I'm not really looking to. I don't know. I erased more videos. I erased almost all my shorts. The thing I thought was the CJ Grisham thing I have on my page, but who knows, man. But anyway, I listened to this Clipse album, and I'm just gonna get into it real quick because a lot of people really don't, on my timeline, don't really get what the hype is. But when I heard the Clipse dropping that new album, which I was supposed to bring up on Blind Fury's episode, not about their album because I didn't know about that yet, but actually I was gonna bring up the Tiny Desk, and then I was gonna bring up, the Clipse, because they just sit in the cut and they just got this unique style that I really rock with, right? But it grows on you. We were talking about one of the last true duos who came up in the mixtape era, Pusha T and Malice. Well, no Malice now. They represented that, that coke rap. We all know they may not have actually lived that, but shit, it sound real. you ain't even care. You know what I mean? They bringing the energy back, and I salute them for that. I definitely enjoyed the album. I definitely enjoyed the beats. I wish it was a little more subject matter, because the song in the intro and him talking about his mom and his dad, that was very touching. That was one of the best tracks on there. Everybody's lost somebody, so that definitely was a touching one. But that makes me wonder, y'all, the mixtape, right? The mixtape, is it dead? Is the mixtape dead? Is it gone? Because when I take a trip down memory lane, right, I just want to talk about something that has been weighing heavy on the culture, in my opinion, that no one brings up. So not really weighing heavy, but weighing heavy in my mind. And you know, I may be out the loop. I may be out the loop so much to where you might be, Murph, they got plenty of them out. You just not paying attention, right? But back in the day, mixtapes were sacred. Okay, listen, mixtapes, you didn't need a label on it. You didn't need a radio. You just needed a voice, a beat, a point to prove. If you were famous, you heard that Clue Minaj. You know what I'm saying? That DJ Clue shit. Back in the day, we were bumping the 50 Cent, the Lil Waynes, the Jeezy, the Gucci's, shit. And DJ Clue dated DMX, Cameron, Fabulous, Mace. What the best thing about it was most people jacked beats, so they would basically just take beats from other stuff, and then you would hear your favorite rappers rapping over it. That was the rawest version of the come up when these rappers, it was basically like saying, I got so many rhymes in the motherfucking in the bag that before the album even come out, I'm about to bless you with some fire verses just off of some of your favorite tracks, and it got you heated and ready for the album. I miss them days, bro. But you know, I think Drake and Kendrick kind of did it a little bit when they first started as well, but now the whole era feels like they feel kind of on life support. Like, you remember Dat Piff? Dat Piff is now an internet archive. This is internet archive stuff now. It don't even, you can't pull it up. You gotta go to the internet archives, and they only have about 9,000 some odd mixtapes. Every certified country boy mixtape that me and, you know, we did when we were rapping, they gone. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but it throws me off a little bit just thinking about how the word mixtape, even when mixtapes were out, weren't even mixtapes anymore. Mixtapes were CDs and downloads at the point, you know, and we should have seen then it was on the way out of there. What was your favorite mixtape? What was the mixtape that right now, if you put it in right now, it got a smell to it almost. My favorite mixtapes, I definitely rock with the Clue mixtapes. I definitely rock with the Gangsta Grills mixtapes. We definitely was dealing with the P Cutter instrumental mixtapes. I don't know if y'all remember that. We used to freestyle over them. It's so many, man. I know I'm missing them, and I want y'all to fill in the blank. Who's y'all favorite mixtapes? And where did you go to get your mixtapes? Because Dat Piff was where I used to go. That was the mixtape mecca for me. When I went there, I could find anything I wanted, and you could just download it easy. It faded out earlier, like either 2023 or I think this year, but it wasn't no farewell, no fireworks. It was just bam, gone, right? It was just gone. And one of the last great archives is gone now. It's like the Library of Alexandria, man. Like, we only got a little couple remnants, man. We used to make our mixtapes on the radio and you know, put them together on blank CDs too. I don't know, y'all probably don't know nothing about that if y'all watching it. I don't get a lot of young viewers, but if you were born before you know, around 2000s or the late 90s, you probably might not remember that. But we used to have to wait for it to come on the radio and then hit the record and the play button at the same time, listen to that right there, hit the pause button on the side and wait for the next good song to come on till the tape get filled up. Then we had our own mixtape, you know what I'm saying? And we had to wait all day for that shit to come on. We had to wait for a video to come on. We did it with the videos, hit the record button, pause, do the commercials, man. That's how we learned the dance moves, because you couldn't really learn the dance moves from the videos unless you recorded them, because you couldn't rewind them. You had to wait for another countdown or something like that. I'm showing my age, you know what I'm saying? But that was what I used to love about the mixtapes, the homemade covers, the burned CDs, the some of them were even caught off beat with the fake production, and you could barely hear it. Some of DMX old freestyles, you could hear how bad the quality was, which made it considered a rare recording, and that made it even harder. I mean, those were the days, man. I remember I used to sell Gucci mixtapes, yo, because I didn't want to sell nothing else. Haircuts and mixtapes, man. What y'all think about the mixtape era now? Am I tripping? Is the mixtape still popping, or is that dead? Am I, too far out of there? I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? Old school, old school tapes and stuff, But recently I was watching Charleston White on the JPB podcast. I think that's what it's called. But I was watching him, and me and my wife were watching, and he was talking about the WNBA. And I had saw recently where they had wore some shirts that said pay. It said pay us what we're owed. Oh my God. This is embarrassing a little bit to even say, because I don't want to degrade anybody, but that's ridiculous, yo. The league and some of its stars have been saying, pay us what we're owed. Look, I support women's sports, period, right? I support that. I support women's sports. Here's the thing that nobody wants to say. The WNBA has never, to my knowledge, made profit. Not one season has the WNBA made a profit. We are talking about 27 years of red ink. Red ink for 20. What would you pay for 27 years that you didn't profit from? They are subsidized by the NBA. That's like a parent keeping their adult child on the family phone plan, and yet you still complain and compare yourself to what your parents are doing. Why would you ask the corner store cashier why he doesn't make what Jeff Bezos made? Because he has a store. Why doesn't he make what Bezos made? Because he doesn't sell to the level that Bezos sells at. Can we agree? Then why the hell your fool ass want to try to talk about getting more money and you ain't making no money yet? You should be. One thing is, I know they probably don't make much, but listen, the average American doesn't either. The thing about it is, you're doing what you love to do. I don't do what I love to do, except for when I'm on this podcast talking. But I'm not getting paid from this. I'm demonetized, remember? If I do get $5 a month off of the 5 people watching, great. I can't demand what Joe Rogan's making. Why? Because I ain't bringing, nobody don't care about what you got going on yet. You got to draw them in. Charleston was right, man. Yeah, he was right. He said something wild, but it's not untrue. If people wanted to watch women's basketball, they would be right. Right? Yeah. The WNBA needs more fans, not more funding demands. You can't claim equal pay if the revenue is not equal. Another thing, now that I think about it, my boy Clot was talking to me this morning, right? And he was saying that SZA and Nicki Minaj were feuding. I didn't really know. He explained it to me a little bit. and he said that SZA is more popular than Nicki Minaj. I had to stop him right there. And I said, well, we're going to check it out. I went and pulled up. I said, how many number one hits does Siri have? I mean, SZA have Siri. And I think it said 3. I didn't even look up Nicki because I know for a goddamn fact that she got more than 3 hits. I then asked Clot, how many followers does SZA have? SZA has about 22 or 23 million followers. Wow. The thing about it is Nicki Minaj has about 220 million. 224 to be exact. I was explaining, see, the thing is that if I make a new Walmart, right, the only way that I can catch up to Walmart is to either stomp on some of Walmart's business, or Walmart will have to stop and I have to run past their amount. If Jordan was still shooting hoops, y'all still would be chasing his stats. It has to stop at some point. Nicki Minaj has laid back, but I'm not the biggest Nicki Minaj knowledgeable person, but I can tell you one damn thing. A lot of people love her music and she gets a lot of play throughout the world. I don't think that either one of them probably should be fussing, because I consider them two different genres of music almost. They should have came together and made something, but that's not the spirit of hip hop. The spirit of hip hop and rap music is whoever is beefing and wins the beef gets the crown. It's a competitive situation. It's objective, but that's just how it worked, right? Now, back to this WNBA thing. He said that basically they need to let the cheeks out if they want people to watch. Charleston, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Nobody want to see them WNBA cheeks, bro. That won't change a damn thing. The fact of the matter is that it is what it is. I think personally, what would help the WNBA, I mean, maybe on top of a different outfit, would be maybe lowering the hoop to maybe about 9 feet, to where women can dunk on each other a lot easier. So they can play above the rim the same way the men tend to play above the rim, because it's not the fact that they can or that they do. It's the ability of the randomness of the explosions and the excitement that the NBA brings. I don't watch sport. I watch boxing and UFC. But I can tell you, when I did watch sports, I'm waiting for that moment. I'm waiting to catch a moment that I can say I saw it when it exactly happened. Not when it came on ESPN later, but you want to see it right then. But this is a different era. So I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things to where you can watch it streaming. It don't matter no more. But the WNBA definitely needs more excitement. In my opinion, it needs more excitement the same way when I was talking to one of my friends, Ron. He was talking about he invested in the movie theaters, and I was telling him, in order for that to really pop off, the movie theaters are gonna have to change into something more dynamic. They're gonna have to make the whole wall interact. They're gonna have to it's got to be more than just a 3D model. They got to have something to where everything you see there, you can't duplicate at the house. Once the movie theater accomplishes that, you good. They'll be back up. But the fact I can go downstairs and watch the big giant screen with the rumble in the recliner, and I can smoke and drink what I want. Nah, I don't gotta go to the movie theater. You know what I mean? Everything dangerous anyway. Speaking of dangerous, before I get out of here, because I ain't want to keep y'all long. I'm kind of going fast through this, but later on we'll get into better episodes and more things, and I really want to see what YouTube is going to do with this podcast, y'all. I really want to see what YouTube is going to do with this channel, y'all, because we work pretty hard on this channel. I don't know if that's what got Mr. Rogers where he didn't really want to do it, or if it was just he got busy with the babies, him and 12, but that really knocked the wind out of the sails when you expected to get remonetized and then it just bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? But we had a 5-year plan. I still have a 5-year plan. And it's not about the monetization as much as they're saying I'm not qualified. I was willing to wait to be monetized, but I'm not willing to not be monetized at all if I am able to. Does that make sense? I think it do too. But last but not least, I want to show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. This is a video of a black woman, right? Her name, I believe, is Francine Villa. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can be wrong, but I think her name is Francine Villa. This woman packed up her whole life and moved to Russia. She thought she was going to escape the U.S., the racism, for a simpler, more peaceful life. She said, it's too racist here, y'all. I can't take it. I know it's America, but this is she got up out of here. I made an episode a few months ago about how I would never leave America, and how if you felt like, you know, it was too much, you should get the hell on. I got some backlash, but it did pretty good. That was actually the day I was supposed to be remonetized. The podcast hit about 1,500 views, and then once they told me I wasn't monetized, I just stopped getting views. I'm not blaming it on YouTube, but I'll do better. Anyway, just to keep going. So this woman, Francine Villa, right? She is saying she's leaving, she's going. Now she's stuck in Putin's house, dealing with the laws and surveillance that make America look like recess. Why? I'm telling you. And I got another one. Hold on, let me show you this one first.
A black woman who moved from the U.S. to Russia to escape discrimination and racism revealed on social media that the entire plan backfired on her in a disturbing way. Francine Villa was born in Russia but moved to the U.S. with her family when she was a kid. In a heartbreaking video, Francine claims that both she and her baby were brutally attacked by racist neighbors in Moscow. She detailed the alleged assault on Instagram.
Сегодня напали там кулаком, с ребенком, прям кулаком. Женщина, там напал меня, я тебе уничтожу, черный шелк.
Значит, вы в России давно живете?
А у вас прописка есть здесь? Прописка?
Дай мне войти в мою квартиру.
Прописка есть?
Дай мне...
Почему вы ко мне на «ты»?
Я не могу выйти и входить в свою квартиру. Напугает моего ребенка.
Кого? Он пуганный, плачет, бедняжка, да, зайка? Ты плачешь, да? Плачешь, зайка?
Now, she accuses her neighbors of changing the locks, cutting off the electricity, and even tossing her baby's stroller down the stairs. She also claims her child was left with bruises following the incident. In footage taken from a hospital, Villa can be seen weeping in distress in the aftermath of this alleged attack. She says she's filed complaints to the police, but claims they aren't helping or responding.
Now, I feel for her, right? I feel for her. But that was a true wake-up call. The things that you face and the people that you face, it is called racism here. But it's also just people that just don't like you. And you have to be careful, period, because just because their face is white doesn't mean it's racist. They could just not like you. Of course, America has its issues, but at least you understand what the hell they talking about and what the hell going on. Over there, you see, she speak Russian. But look, nah. I bet she can't wait to get her ass here now. And it ain't even just her. It's a white father from Texas who uprooted his whole family and he moved to the Ukraine, yo. The war zone. Within 3 damn weeks of him being there, they drafted his damn ass. And they threw him on the front lines to fight. This man just wanted a better life, right? And now he dodging drones with a translator in one hand and an AK-47 in the other hand. Cause he said, America too much. I can't take all this. I just want to be free.
I love you. I miss you, girls. Love you so much.
Hello friends, Derek Huffman here. I wanted to let you know little updates, what's going on with me. I have joined the Russian military. I will be heading to the special military operation. Today I did all my medical exams, signed my contract in the morning, and I'm all clear to go. And I wanted to make a video talking a little bit about my motivations to help people who might think I'm crazy or not quite understand why, help put it in perspective to why I'm doing it, why it's important to me. Big reason I'm doing it is for the citizenship. So if I sign a 1-year contract and I go and serve it, my family and I all get Russian citizenship. To get it the regular way, it takes about 5 to 6 years. You go through temporary residency, And then after 8 or 9 months, you can apply for permanent residency. And then I think it takes another 4 or 5 years of living on that. And then you can finally get citizenship. It's a long journey, a long way. And if I do this contract, we can get it right away, which is huge. Health benefits, hopefully school for the girls. Deanna will be able to work. I mean, there are some other benefits too. I mean, it pays well. Not doing it for the money by any means. But it is a nice bonus. And above and beyond the citizenship, the money, a big part of it for me is about the respect and earning our place here in Russia, earning our citizenship. If you think about America, people just come on in, are given everything. They just don't really assimilate, and they're just there for the free handouts. I don't want anyone here in Russia or anywhere to be able to say we don't belong here. About this, me and Deanna, my wife, and our family, we have prayed about it and prayed about it and prayed about it and asked God, hey, don't let me go if you're not gonna bring me back whole. Shut a door, find some way to stop me from going, make it black and white. And that's exactly what he's done, is he's opened the doors and made it black and white that I should go. That it's the best move for our family, and it's gonna really help us establish ourselves here in our new country.
I wanted to share a little bit about what's going on with Derek. When he signed up and had all of that done, he was told he would not be training for 2 weeks and going straight to the front lines, but it seems as though he's getting 1 more week of training and closer to the front lines, and then they are going to put him on the front lines. So we are all praying really hard that he could actually be utilized for his skills and not just be put as a fighter.
See, people don't realize, for all its laws and flaws, America is still safer. It's still more free, and it has better opportunities than most of the places folks run out of frustration. You might hate your job here, but at least your job isn't to be a human goddamn shield. Okay? See, I can't complain, but I choose not to. It's a choice. I choose to make the best of my situation. I choose to, when I do complain to my friends or whatever, it's in a passive fashion to where, I'm complaining to get it done. Kind of the way your grandma say, oh, I gotta get out here and do this and do that. Granddaddy, I gotta get up and then rake. But it's getting done. It's kind of a self-motivation type of situation for me. But here's the real though. Everything feels upside down right now. YouTube is wilding. You know what I'm saying? People feel like they're not getting paid what they worth. Mixtapes are ghosts. You can't find good help. Shit, I might get an AI goddamn podcast person with me. I might get an AI talk with me, man. I can't get a co-host to stay to save my fucking life. Maybe it's me. You know what I'm saying? I talk too damn much. I'm Murph Almighty, Mouth Almighty, YouTube is wilding. The mixtapes are ghost towns. I don't have no good, I listen to the old school shit all the time. The podcast, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. So I might start going live and seeing what y'all want to say, but I already got that feeling that y'all tell me to go live just so that I can be talking to my damn self still. But I might try it one day. We got that going on, and then you got the WNBA wanting raises, and America's moving to war zones to escape the rent they don't want to pay. We in a weird time, man, where we free, but we understand that we not totally free. We can't grow what we want. We can't catch rainwater. We can't build a certain garden or just go and find a blank place in the woods and build something. We can't build a car and drive it on the road without registration. It's a lot of things that we can't do. So the word free is used loosely. But I swear on everything I love, I'd rather this freedom than that shit over there. But I ain't here to talk y'all head off, man. A little quick 20 minutes to check in with y'all, you know, see what was up, check the temperature of the streets. What y'all got going on? How y'all been? Y'all sweating in the heat? Y'all working the heat like me, or y'all work in the living room in from home? Or y'all work in the office? Y'all let me know. Tap in, man. This has been another episode of Never Too Much Podcast. This is your host, Murph Big Brother Almighty. Until next time, y'all, stay easy.
Bring you the groove, come take a dive in life's melodies, where we all thrive here. Never too much, we're feeling the vibe. Chatting about the headlines, stories shared in soulful fashion, 'cause we're prepared. Tune in, unwind, let your worries slide. Welcome to the show,